Oh. No. 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 No.
Hi, I'm sorry I wasn't talking sooner, but I was a little grumpy. I didn't want to take it out on you all. Um, I mean, you know, okay, so this morning had to take father-in-law to a doctor's appointment, except for that mother-in-law gave us the wrong information about it. So that was annoying. Well, finally, um, my husband was gonna call mother-in-law and find out because she wouldn't talk to me, and I don't like talking to her on the phone anyway. I tried texting her and she totally ignored me. So, anyway. Anyway, so finally got the information that, I finally got father-in-law into the car so he could be comfortable. Um, I was trying to get him to sit down on the couch in the lobby, and he was like all ready to give up. And anyway, I went up to the third floor and I said, okay, this is what we're here for today. And mother in law told us room 101. Well, there is no room 101 there. Um, anyway, so that's what she told us. And it ended up being a different room entirely when that actually is in the building. Wow. So anyway, I had to go all the way up to the third floor where his dietitian was to get them to look up. And yeah, so yeah, it turns out that um, his blood veins are too small to do what they need to do. So he's going to a different specialist. Yeah. And I may be pausing a little bit to eat one of those mac cheese bowls. You know how they have the little single serve ones at the store. Yeah, I was like, I'm hungry. I'm not starving to death until dinner. Um, I'm having mac and cheese. The mac and cheese is supposed to like go with dinner, like in case we don't have fries or something else. Or like in case one of us um doesn't want, like in case one of us doesn't want mac and cheese and the other one does, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so I cannot wait until Wednesday. Um, there was something about us getting like an underwater thing, and I don't want it. I get seasick. Oh, on Dreamlight Valley, not on Minecraft. But like, he put a picture of Jack Sparrow on there, so I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And then it was, about that underwater realm, and it's like, what are you talking about? And then I think if I can get it caught up on all my videos, and I can add the ones that I haven't seen yet. Yes, that is mac cheese in that little bowl right there, and you're allergic. Settle. Oh, okay, settle. 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 If you're wondering what the heck I'm doing when I do this, it's so it feels more solid. Um, I got a big imagination, and it just is so it feels more solid. Okay. it feels like the pole would actually be held up in that spot. I've got to find me a something because the screen keeps going black. It's driving me crazy. Oh, there's one. Okay. Um, like I subscribe to Pop's Disney Adventures because it's Disneyland, but then he goes and does the same stuff all the time, pretty much. And he's always, and he goes on the teacups every single video. And yeah, so I kind of got a little frustrated with that. Just a little. Um, but I do have his videos playing when I'm streaming because they usually take, a few hours to do. So hopefully they're counting as quality watch hours. The whole thing gets seen. It's like when you put the telephone pole or electrical pole, whatever the heck this thing is, up, you usually have a lot of dirt underneath it. And you like maybe put it in 6 feet or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I just had one of the noodles being a pest. Decided not to go where it was supposed to go. So anyway, at least, at first it felt like we were, on a wild goose chase. And then it was like, oh, okay, that's where we need to go. So we went in and talked to them. She got us all, well, she got father-in-law all set up and ready to go. So it was good. Anyway, that's why I am not, why I wasn't streaming earlier today. So I have the videos going straight to my computer after I download them so they can be edited if I need them to. And the small problem with that is that right now I don't have the editing program and I don't usually want to edit them. So, I don't know. Yeah, and I'm really confused because I did I did a first for me anyway, an AI interview, and I didn't mean to I didn't mean to, but like one of the I don't know if that's going to invalidate me for the job or not, but one of the questions was, did the voice sound real? and five being the best and one being the worst. And I'm like, no, but that's because I can work on, I work with AI every day, so to me, it sounds real enough, but it doesn't sound real. So I hope I'm not getting anybody in the IT department in trouble. It's just that to me, it does not sound real. Um, on the other hand, I have the whole entire chapter done, except for that I gotta redo somebody's voice because it was not Hayden talking, and I don't know how the heck it got to be Hayden talking, but I gotta go back and fix it. Very annoying. Okay, now it'll make oh, wait, I won't be able to do that. Never mind. I'll have to do the other thing first. Not that one, this one. See, he has, I think, these two. The stone and the stone slab. When he was doing it. And I thought this looked so much better. Not there, here. Anyway, I was just feeling all upset this morning. Because I said something to mother-in-law, and I don't know where the heck we were because nobody's telling me. But I said something, and somebody took it offensively. She, mother-in-law was probably, I mean, if it's the situation that I think it was, you know, if it's a situation that I think it was, she wasn't being very nice at the time, or at least I felt like she wasn't. Because, I like to go with them. Um, when it's a doctor's office, you never know if somebody's going to need to be undressed or not, so I don't go there. But like if it's something where we're learning information about something, when it comes to their health, I'd rather be there than not be there. Because like maybe I hear something or I can go and record it with my phone or something, and you know that way we'll know. It's not like, okay, we just came back from the doctor's office, what did the doctor say again? You know, that's counterproductive. So anyway, I'd rather go on with them. But in this case, it was a doctor's thing, so um but the day that I'm thinking it could have been, and why would it take so long, but the day that it could be, uh it was a bank thing, and I just wanted to be there, to explain to them that she's not, I mean, she's hard of hearing. She may yell, whether she takes her hearing aids or not. So, because she likes to put them away while they're still on. She doesn't go and press the button long enough to turn them off or something like that. Anyway, I felt like she was, dismissing me like a queen dismissing the help. Anyway, I'm like really confused because one of the jobs I put in for, I know they were looking for somebody, and then all of a sudden, when I was done with the um, AI interview, which I thought was interesting, when I was done with that, it said that it basically said the position has been filled. And, I wasn't so, I wasn't so happy with the idea of maybe having to drive to, Tahoe City and Truckee in the winter, but I know I can do the job, except for the lifting 50 pounds or more. But anyway, it basically says the position has been filled at the end of it, and I'm like, huh? I just heard about this job. I didn't know how to do an AI interview until today, so. Oh, oops. Apparently, you go and press the button to do the interview, and, um, they have AI talk to you instead of a person. So, that was pretty cool. And I was able to answer all except for one question. So, that was, you know, good. I wish I would have had an answer for that question. I don't remember what it was, but it was probably important. But I do have a limitation. I cannot lift 50 pounds or more. And it kept asking me, "Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?" I'm like, "No." And it asked, "Well, what is your question?" But I thought the experience was pretty cool. Not very personable, but it was pretty cool. But then, like I said, it asks, um, there's like a short little survey at the end where it's asking, "How was your experience today?" And it asked me, um, one of the questions it asked me was, "Did it sound, um, like, basically, did it sound like a real person?" I'm like, "No." I mean, it sounded, if you don't work with AI all the time, you might think it was a real person. But if you do, then, or if you've heard like all those HOA Karen videos, or the ones where, it's Keanu Reeves saved this woman from a burning building, and this is the story behind that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's real and what's fake on those kind of things. It's like they always tell you Keanu Reeves is the nicest person in the whole world and the most down to earth and everything. And then you go and hear those videos on YouTube and you're like, oh, yeah, he just saved that person. That's awesome. But it makes me want to go up to Keanu Reeves and go, did you really do this? Because if he did, awesome. I mean, seriously, if he did, that's awesome. But if he didn't, then, people shouldn't be going around and saying he did. And if it's a made up story, then don't use a famous person's name just to get views. Um, no, I thought it was kind of cool because I have like 588 subscribers, but I can't get the thing to tell me, like I have a monthly view count of at least 3,000 and something right now. It was close to 4,000 if I remember correctly. Like on the 3,812 or something like that. Um, but that's not enough to get me monetized, but still thought it was really cool. And it's in the last 28 days. So, that should be enough to get me, to get to say something higher than 1,288. But it's stuck on there. So, like maybe after I'm done with stream, I don't think I'm going to stream as long as I usually do. Um, I want to go and maybe do something for my sister's file on Dreamlight Valley or something. I've actually gotten most of the stuff done for her. There's just, like characters that she'd be happy to have, but is that how? Yeah. Anyway, characters that she'd be happy to have, but they're not in the main valley, so I don't know if she can use them at her house. She can use them at my house because I have all of the DLCs, but unless she buys Eternity Isle, she's not going to be able to, unless she buys Eternity Isle, she's not going to be able to get Rapunzel and Gaston and some of the others. Rapunzel, Gaston, Jafar, and Eve. There you go. She wouldn't be able to get any of those people, and I'm like, I want her to be able to have as many characters as I do, and she wants her to have enough, as many characters as I do. Maybe for her birthday, like if I get the pizza delivery job, or I end up Spark Driver for, well, not for Walmart, but for the Walmart customers. Um, that's something that I would like to be able to do. And I like that better because I know that I am gonna try my hardest to get them the thing that they asked for. Like if somebody's allergic to langurs, so they specifically asked for treetop apple juice. I would want to get them the treetop. I want to get them langurs. I'm just pulling that up there because I didn't like the langurs as much as I liked the treetop. And when I was pregnant with my daughter, at one point you could only get langurs. You couldn't get the treetop. So I was buying it my own self. Or like when I was pregnant, there was Mott's apple juice. And I didn't like that one as good either. I found out I only like treetop. So, oh, yeah. So I was thinking I need water. Well, yeah, stay hydrated and everything. Um, and that I don't have much water left. But I forgot. I got cranberry juice. And that's because certain things that you could get get chased away with cranberry juice. Well, it helps. I'm not saying it's a cure-all. I'm just saying it helps. Um, see, so I got all that over there done. I'm going that way, I think. Here, wait a minute. Oh, well, let's get to the corner. I mean, this one. Here, we'll, do something silly. It's not really silly, actually. It's just telling me where I need to go back to. See, so we have this one done, and this one, and that one. This one. And we have it all done, except for the row that I'm working on. Yeah. Except for the row that I'm working on. And, and any future poles that we need to put in, so people have electricity. Now the farms that I want to put in, and I will definitely have to have Squibs' help on that one because I don't know how to farm in Minecraft. I know it sounds silly, but I don't. I usually play in creative mode. And so, like the only time I ever play in survival mode is when Squibs or my husband asks me to. And I just don't know how to do it. So if you see me building stuff by hand, it's probably because I don't know how to do command blocks. I don't, like I said, I don't know how to farm, but I would like to be nice. Okay. Speaking of that, this morning, my two little boys, kitty cats, my two little boys are looking at each other like they're big hungry lions, and they're gonna start a fight with each other. And I'm watching them for a minute, and I see that paw go up, and I'm like, be nice. And they were still looking at each other like that. And I'm like, be nice. And they kept looking at each other like that. And it's like, well, what did the one do that the other is upset about? We don't know. And they weren't about to tell us. I mean, I didn't expect them, I didn't expect it to be like send one of them to their room and we talk about it, like a parent would do with a 4-year-old or something. But usually, if I tell them be nice, they, they calm down. This time it was like, nope. So it turns out that one of the chapters, like the second, I mean, not one of the chapters, one of the pages, um, for the, um, for the chapter that I'm working on, got a little messed up because I used the wrong voice for their, um, for that character. Well, oh no. Are you serious? Is that this color? Yes. Okay. Detour. Yeah, I never got that. Because, polls like this in California where I lived, they have more. And maybe on a different spot, They have more, but they're never, like on the ground. You cannot get up there. So, I don't get it. There's no like 10-foot person. I mean, there might be one 10-foot person in the whole entire world. Basketball players are pretty tall, but they're like, 8, 9 feet, maybe. This is probably, I got frustrated and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know. But I'm going to try to finish that project with the polls. And then I think I'll put Minecraft away and post it to YouTube um and because yeah, because mother-in-law might come up with something else for tomorrow. All of a sudden, maybe I'll do the games I was supposed to um do tomorrow today, and then the only thing is I can't do um Dreamlight Valley on the like I cannot do Dreamlight Valley on a Tuesday because the update is on Wednesday. I used to have everything going for Sunday because when I first started out, I was like, okay, um, Disney, it was like, this is a Disney game and that's a Disney game, so church days. So Sunday and Wednesday. And, I know some of you out there go to church on Monday or whatever, but, yeah. I know church days is Sunday and Wednesday. So, um, I had Dreamlight Valley on Sunday and I had Disneyland Adventures on Wednesday. But then I felt like I was missing out because I wasn't getting the update on the day that, um, or, um, I kind of felt like I was missing out and letting you all down because you weren't getting the information until Sunday. So, anyway, I went and switched it and it seems to be working better. And I was really happy because even with my lame duck title, because like I said, on Saturdays I do Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. And the bonus round of Wheel of Fortune, that puzzle the first part of the is the first part of the title for my video, and then Final Jeopardy's answer is the other half. So you might get something really cool like chocolate PlayStation. I play on Xbox, but I still think it's really cool. Um, anyway, you might get chocolate PlayStation, but you might get something lame like coconut cream pie, the grapes of wrath. Um, but I was really happy because I had 4 views on that one. It was awesome. I don't know what kind of age bracket is watching those specific videos, but I think it's cool that I've got, you know, people that are willing to watch it. I don't even know if Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy are still on the air, but I know people loved that show, both of those shows, a lot, and would watch every single episode, even if it was a rerun. I don't know if they had reruns, actually. I'm pretty sure they did have some kind of rerun because I know for a fact one of the episodes I was watching, I want to say Wheel of Fortune, and it was like Vanna's in that red dress again, and I don't think she wore the same dress twice, ever. So, unless she had a dress that was similar, it had to be a rerun. But like I said, I don't know if they did reruns. I think they had to have because um when you're watching it on Game Show Network, they show them all out of order and stuff because you have like say Teen Week. So like if you're 13 to 18, you can play you can play Wheel of Fortune during that week, and you might get a super genius kid playing against a person who's just really good at Wheel of Fortune normally, and it's fun to watch. Uh, and sometimes they're playing for a college scholarship, and sometimes they're just playing to get the money. Or like the Family Day or Twins Day, or they had a whole bunch of neat stuff. And I was gonna say a fun fact, but actually it's it's a sad fact. Um, Alex Trebek, who was on Jeopardy, is no longer with us. So last I heard, it was either that guy or um, I can't remember her name, and I can't say her name. Um, she played Blossom on the TV show Blossom, and more recently she was on Big Bang Theory. Um, 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 what the heck is her name? Dark hair, glasses. I'm sorry, but big nose. Or at least it has been in the past. Um, speaking of that though, okay, so the sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, who also played Baby on Dirty Dancing, in the movie Dirty Dancing, she had a very distinctive nose. And in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, she just looked angry the whole entire time because she was supposed to be playing that kind of character. Um, but she had a very distinctive nose, and she didn't like it, so she got it changed. And everybody's like, "That was your..." Huh? Um. Anyway, people are like trying to dictate to her that she should have stayed the way she was. And it's like, I actually think she looks, because like the nose was like the first thing that you were seeing. So I think that's what she was going for, is that, she wanted people to see her and not her nose. Which reminds me of the um, the actress who plays Punky Brewster. I don't know if she's still with us. I have no idea. But I know that when she got older, a couple of things grew way too big, and everybody was just looking at those. They would look at her chest instead of her. So she got those reduced. And so she went on um, Ricky Lake or Ellen or something. I want to say Ricky Lake though. And she was getting interviewed, and I'm like, I want to see this because they said that they were like, huge, but this was after the reduction, and I'm like, oh, okay, those look nice. I mean, they're normal size. She's probably no bigger or smaller than me. Anyway, so this is a Minecraft thing, and we should probably talk about something, um, that everybody can hear. So I went and worked on my story, pretty good yesterday. I was doing, excuse me, I was doing this at the same time, but I did get a lot of it done. But then there was a problem because I found out that on the second page of the chapter, there is, instead of Sean's voice, there's Hayden's voice. And Hayden wouldn't have been talking at that point, because, Sean and Jesse are explaining to the grown-ups, why they couldn't find a date to the prom. Notice I said that sarcastically. Or, okay, I said it to where there would be like quote marks. And that's because they didn't bother to try to find a different date. They wanted to take their girlfriend to the prom. But but their dad is not to know that they are girlfriends. Their dad is just to know that that Sean and Jesse are taking their best friends to the prom, and that they had to talk the girls into it. Because it's not their prom. It's um Sean and Jesse's senior prom. But I think I said something about... Oh, maybe, yeah. And there's a possibility that the confusion is all because I was reading ahead. Yeah. Because I am confused at the moment on how old Sean and Jesse are in the book. And that will make a lot more sense when you get to read it, but there's certain parts where they have to be a certain age, and or I said they were a certain age, and then I'm thinking, oh wait a minute, what if they were only this age? So they should be 17 because it's their senior prom, and Ashley should be 15 in November. Or, I mean, no, she should have turned 15 in November, and then, yeah, I'm still trying to figure it all out. So what I need to do is go on my Excel file, and I need to go on my Excel file and figure it all out. I had to do that once because uh, some of the characters were a certain age at a certain point in the storyline, but then I needed to figure out how old they would have been at a different part in the storyline, and I was getting really confused. So I went and did a whole Excel uh, spreadsheet thing, whatever you want to call it, so I could figure out exactly how old everybody would be you know, at the one part in the story. Yay! Hold on, husband. Oh, I have more noodles. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to get this done, and get that chapter done, because I don't know how I did it, but instead of going and getting Sean's voice for that part of the scene, I used Jesse's. I mean, well, Sean and Jesse's. 'Cause they're the same voice. They're twins. I figured twins usually sound very, very similar. It was kind of weird because we had a lot of twins in our school. Oh, see? All we have to do is finish this row right here, and we'll be done. Um, See, this is already set up, ready to go to a bunch of the buildings. I didn't know what to do to make sure that everybody had electricity, so I just kind of ran it across. And then it ended up stopping here. So, anyway, all I have to do is, every time that I add more buildings, just add another pole. I don't know if that's how they actually do it in real life, but it's the only way that I can think of to make sure that everybody has electricity. Like I said, I overthink everything. Anyway, I think this is going to take a really long time. You know what? I just thought of that. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so if we put that there and that there, and then we. I don't know how long we would need to go though. So literally all of that grass and hills and mountains and stuff is what Minecraft put in there. Um, and there's villages under here. Um, Actually, if I find a village, I usually try not to cover it up, but sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta cover up the village. But I tried not to. Or like if I was about to cover up a village, I tried to make sure that there was a way to get to it from up here. Not bury it, like make a like leave it open topped and just make it look like there was a sinkhole or something like that. Um, you know, Weird stuff that I think of. Anyway, it looks like there's a sinkhole down to a couple of um the villages. I will show you eventually here, maybe today. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but I will try to remember to show you. Because I think it looks pretty cool. I tried to save the villagers. I didn't bury them all, but so oh, fun. Okay. This is gonna crash right into the wall. That's okay though. Dang it. Like, you talk like a gremlin, so you're not, um, I talk like a gremlin, so I'm not saying words that I wouldn't want on my stream. There you go. Kind of scares my cat, though. He's a scaredy cat to begin with, but, um, he's like, Mom, why are you making those noises? Yeah. Or like maybe he thinks I'm growling. I don't know. I just know that I'm still hungry. And we've got like no food in the house. Um, we didn't go out this weekend. We just stayed home. And like I said, I was working on this and working on my story. And Saturday, day before yesterday, I was actually working on my sister's file, and I finally got everybody done except for the ones that, the ones from the DLCs. Like she's still got, who does she still have? Snow White and Tigger. Well, I think she's got Tigger. Snow White and Tigger and oh no, she doesn't have Tigger yet. But Snow White and Cruella, and then she's gonna have Tigger. I want to say she still has Tinkerbell, but I don't know. To get up to level 10 and all that. Not entirely sure though. And then, who else? Oh, she has to spend she has to be able to buy the DLC for Winnie the Pooh. That's only $17. Well, it's $16.99. But I don't know if I can do that. Like my Xbox already has it, so I don't know if like I could go. Um, I don't know if I could like go and buy it for her on her file, and it still count. I just don't know. I'm I'm a little confused on that. Well, I'm like a little confused on how she could be she could be playing the other stuff that I have and she doesn't. She doesn't yet. She didn't want to get the DLCs. She's specific. The heck? She specifically said she didn't want the DLCs yet. She wants to concentrate on the regular Valley. And so right now she's got some of the other characters though, because she can because I can play them for her on uh, my Xbox. But I don't know if she's going to be able to do that when she gets to her Xbox because her file does happen to be on my computer. I mean, on my Xbox. I keep trying to say computer. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's on my Xbox, so I don't know. I'm not trying to get, like I didn't try to do it on purpose to where I had two people's worth of um, file on my computer. I mean, on my Xbox. I was gonna have it to where it's just my stuff. And my sister was moving, so I wanted to make sure she had it. I mean, I wanted to make sure that she didn't fall behind. And she's like, she's like, I'm so far behind. You got so many more characters than I do. I don't even have Pluto. Well, now she has Pluto. So she was definitely happy about that. I was gonna say she should be happy about that. Um, I told her about it, and she's like, "Oh, thank you." She was so happy. So yeah, um, yeah. My sister got an apartment. She said it's not the best, but it's not the worst. And it's one of those apartments like in You've Got Mail, where you um the person buzzes you, and if you want to let them in, you can let them in. So that sounds really cool. And she says she feels safer, because like only authorized people can go in there. So, she feels a lot safer because of it. Cats and claws, cats and claws. So this morning I picked up Ben. I was cuddling with him for a little bit, and then I was gonna put him down. And I was making sure to put him down in my chair, but he decided to push off me anyway. Little munchkin. Okay, now I need to go all the way over there. And yeah, I realize I probably could have gotten 5 more done if I would have kept doing it the hard way. But this way, yeah, I think I'm gonna end up putting on the air conditioner. Anyway, this way I can go down to this spot that I'm about to put in and not have to worry about it. Oh my goodness. Wait, no. That should be here. Here. Yeah. I mean, technically, I could do both. Yeah, let's do both. That's why it's even more sturdy. Um, we had like 70 followers yesterday. Now we're down to 66. Oi. On Twitch. Well, I go and make sure that oh, I don't know if I did actually. The other day I went and made sure that every single one of my videos had the link in the description below. Oh, yay. Batteries are low. Um, anyway, I went and made sure every single one of them had the link in the description below thing. And, um, I don't know if I did it for, um, Twitch, but I know I did it for, I've been keeping up on, YouTube, putting that link in the description below. So it takes you to one of my books. I've got 7 books published right now. And as I said, I'm probably going to go with um, I will probably go with the method of flood the market and they will come because nothing's working so far. I was having a daydream earlier that somehow, um, through food delivery, I was specifically thinking pizza at the time, but somehow through food delivery, I was able to make enough money to get 20 of my books and um and like selling them specifically or well giving them specifically to the bookstore and see what they could do with it. And then, like I made a ton of money and I have daydreams like that. I made a ton of money and then that rose awareness of my books or raised awareness of my books, however you say that. And I was able to, help pay the bills and go places and do things. I don't actually know if that would work, but sounds good. Okay, so what I need to do is bring that back over there, and then I think we'll be good. I still have to take father-in-law to dialysis, even after we had that harrowing experience this morning. Um, I mean, it was just more annoying than anything else. We knew what building we needed to go to. We just didn't know where. And it ended up being on the first floor, and then it ended up that they couldn't do anything because father-in-law's veins are too little. Um, I don't know how a vein is too little, but that's what the person said. Well, okay, I'm assuming it's a guy because their name was Andrew. But yeah, that's what he said, and then he's gonna send father-in-law to another specialist. Um, it is never a good thing when you're having medical problems and you stump the tech. So, So, like, my dad's got a thing that's happening to him. Um, my dad's got something happening to him where, like, half his body's making the platelets and the other half is destroying them. Something like that. So, like, it's not a good thing either. Whatever's happening, it's not a good thing. And then I've got an aunt that um, needs a new liver or kidney. I don't remember which one. Then what? Oh, okay. It just went too far down. Okay. I'm like, but we set up a thing to combat that. Okay, I really gotta stop doing that. That is driving me crazy. But that's better than having to go under the world and do that square. I was gonna say that circle, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in theory, if we only go down 6, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I was having a little bit of problems today, emotionally. Um, like, I I really want to be able to do whatever I want to do and still have time for laundry. Okay. And still have time for laundry during the day if, somebody needs some. And at the moment, I don't have that. My husband's starting to think like my mother-in-law that I just sit around and do nothing all day. And it's like, I'm working on this, the streaming. And I'm working on my, uh, I call it my story. I'm working on my book. And it's just driving me crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, you know, it's driving me crazy because I have to go and take them to the appointments all the time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of doing what I need to do. So what I need to do is get enough enough money on my hands to be able to buy a laptop. I don't like laptops, but if I have a laptop for when I'm out and and my computer for when I'm in, then I think it'll work. But, like, one reason why I don't like laptops is because they are always running out of battery when it's the most inconvenient time ever. And the one, anytime I typed on it, it seemed like I was, pressing too hard and I wasn't, It was weird. Anyway. So, I don't know what I'm going to do after I'm done with this project, though. I wanted to do the, apartments, but I think I'm gonna have to do those off stream. They were making me mad. Okay, remember Cat Dog? Those two were just doing a cat dog thing, but it was more of an L shape than a, Oh, look at the baby! They're so cute! Oh, yeah. That is such a cute baby shape. Um, I remember way back, well, maybe way back when, they had, baby animals. And then somebody was talking about, oh, we're never gonna have baby animals, says the Minecraft team. And I'm like, huh? We had baby cows, we had baby horses. I've saved many a baby horse from my building style, where literally I needed to be, all the way up here in the air, and the thing just, walks off the edge. um or like somehow there's, oh, probably I was doing some TNT before they got there. Somehow there's like a crevice, and Mama is on one side of the thing and the baby's on the other. Okay, forgot what I was saying. I really did. But I decided I was going to put the air conditioner on. It's getting hot outside. It doesn't help because we only have one door. Whoop! Sorry. That was a lamp that did not want to fall over. Don't know how I did that, but... Okay. It's only 83 outside. It shouldn't be that... Really? Hello?
Hello?
It's not really a Spectrum. It's a droid. And it's funny because they always say hello, like, hello? Like it's a person. And it's not a person, it's a droid. I use droid voices every single day. I can tell the difference. But they think because it says Spectrum that I'm going to pick up, because they assume that we have Spectrum. Oh, and we found out something. It kind of sucks, but it's kind of good at all at the same time. The Verizon store that was up by one of our Walmarts is closing. And I thought they were very rude to female customers, or at least me. And, I literally said, if you can't handle stressed out customers, you shouldn't be in retail. I mean, because it wasn't just that I was having a problem, I was having a very specific problem, which was making it really hard for me to be able to use my phone. And or I had dropped it and cracked the screen or something. I don't know what the deal was. Um, anyway, we qualified for new phones. We had just paid off the old one, and so we qualified for new phones. And because of one thing and another, we actually got Disney Plus for free. It's the kind with the commercials in it, but it's still not too bad. The only thing is that, like, say it's um okay, like say it's Lizzie McGuire and she's talking to her best friend Miranda and trying to say, "Oh my gosh, Ethan is so cute." Yeah, they might get down to Ethan and then stop, and then when they get back from commercial, they'll go and say, "Is so cute." Or they might like redo that whole conversation all over again. It's really annoying. And like there was commercial breaks in the show for a reason. Use them. And that's not just for Lizzie McGuire and all the Disney shows. That's for like every show. Because like there's been times when it was Murder She Wrote and uh Jessica just said um like maybe Jessica just said I found a clue to the murder. It's a red, and it just stops. And you're like, a red what? Well, by the time you're done with the commercial, you don't remember what was said. So then she goes, scarf in the dining room, and you're like, what is she talking about? Did I miss something? you know? So, in our case, we have the DVDs, so we don't have to worry about that. But in somebody else's case, they may be going, this is frustrating. I'm going to stop watching this show. And then all of a sudden, it's not going to be on the TV anymore. There was actually an episode that seemed like it was one that I had not seen the other day of Nash Bridges, but I've got all the seasons of that too. So I was starting to get when we were at Walmart. When we were working at Walmart, I was starting to get all the TV seasons on DVD because we wanted to be able to watch the shows. Fall off. Okay, I am about to free your poor llamas. You are a bad llama daddy. Ugh. He drives me crazy. He's got both of those llamas on a leash and just dangling them from the roof. Don't you think they would have choked by then? I mean, but it's Minecraft, so. He's a bad llama daddy. I mean, he can't control where he spawns in, but still, he's a bad llama daddy. Now, if you're wondering where I got llama daddy, cat daddy, I just went and adjusted it. Oh, okay. That pig was looking through the fence, spying on the neighbor. There's only one problem with that. That fence is made of stone. Yeah, anyway. Anyway. So they're about to go to the prom in my story. And the chapter I'm working on is called Dad Speech. Because, there's some of those dads out there that are like, you're being allowed to take out my daughter, but you mess with her, you're going down, kid. And Chris is one of those, but only because the previous year, Brittany got to go to the prom with Nate, and Nate got drunk, so then he got ideas in his head. So, anyway, this year, they've got Kool-Aid, but it's being called orange sugar flavored water. Because I do not know a genericalized term for Kool-Aid. Oh, drink mix! Yeah. I mean, but it's already made up in the bottles. Which means that they probably... Or, no, that was Chantel and... That was Chantel and Jesse that have that. But anyway, still... Brittany and Nate have a case of water between the four. How'd that happen? Oh, yeah, because we ran into the wall. Okay. Anyway, Brittany and Nate have a case of water. I forgot about that. And then Ashley and Chantel Ashley and Sean probably have something, but I don't know if I put that or not. Odd. Usually I do. Usually I go into details. Well, that's okay. I mean, I just saw some details I don't go into, though. Okay. Oh, look! We're getting there! And then we'll be done! That'd be so cool. Now, there is one thing. The mansion is hooked up to electricity through the power company. But I don't know how. Maybe theirs is underneath the ground because, the dirt road and all that. I don't know. That would make sense. There's some places that do have it underground, and the reason why they have it underground is because it gets too cold or it gets too hot in that area during, whichever time of year it is. Um, why did we all of a sudden have a poll? That's my question. Why do we all of a sudden have a poll? I thought I was done. I don't think I am. Because I see more houses down that street. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, that wasn't what we were supposed to be doing. Oh, no, that definitely wasn't what we were supposed to be doing. Where'd the hole go? There. Okay. Okay, I don't know why, but I was sitting here and I'm complaining that I have no idea where the hole is. And all of a sudden, Achidanza popped into my head from Dreamlight Valley. Oops. And I'm wondering where that comes in. I don't remember her ever saying that. Well, it looks like we're toward the other side. This project is taking forever. But, like I said, it's 63 houses, so 63 houses in a row. And we were putting one of these on every single corner. I don't know if that's how you do it in real life, where it's at the corner like that, but I thought it looked good, and so that's how we're doing it. And I kind of wish TSMC could see it. Um, he does a lot of different builds, but this was one of them. TSMC hyphen Minecraft. There's a hyphen there, and it says Minecraft. And he does all kinds of things. Simpsons houses, SpongeBob houses, modern houses, um, Wayne Enterprises, this telephone electrical pole. He didn't know which one it was, and I don't either. And it could be both. I have no idea. But um, they were or are a lot in Northern California, where I used to live. You know, just because somebody decided it was an eyesore, my childhood home is no longer there. And the street that I used to live on is like a back road behind the houses to lead to the garages or something like that so they can park. I think that's what it is. Um, you know, I'd kind of like one of those houses, but they all have stairs. It's like somebody decided that they all need to be the same. Probably a HOA Karen person. Um, the thing is, though, that they're not all HOA Karens. Sometimes they're Beverly, sometimes they're Stacy. Maybe there's a Tina in there. I don't know. But they all have a different story, and I think it's funny because it's always in all those HOA Karen stories, it's always a female that's doing the offensive thing, whatever it is. Like yesterday, I was trying not to listen, but my husband's a jerk and listens to those all the time. But, I'm really upset about that because I don't want to listen to it. We're having problems with an HOA right now, and our problems are we just haven't been able to pay them. So, but we're having problems with an HOA right now, and this is our house. They are trying to steal it away from us, um, and I don't know if we're like still trying to find a different place or if we're like trying to pay them off or what. I don't know. But right now we've been granted a stay of execution, so it feels like a stay of execution instead of anyway, we get to stay here a little longer. Um, we're, we both don't like the stairs, and it's just kind of, it's like we kind of feel like, it's time to move on. But I like this place. It's ours, and I don't think we're ready to move on yet. We don't have enough money to move on yet. And there's still really no way that I can get a job. So, I don't know. Anyway, so my characters are supposed to be going to the prom. And because that wasn't the most important thing on my mind at the moment, I wrote it as I mean, it was, but it wasn't. Um, the the going to the prom is um, them going to the prom at the moment is like you know, um, it's to explain how Brittany got kidnapped. So Brittany's gonna get kidnapped by Danny McAndrews and friends, and Danny McAndrews and friends are gonna make a mistake because they're going to take Brittany to Grammy Patricia's bed and breakfast and try to do something with her in the ballroom. And problem is, Nate is not a novice when it comes to fighting. You know, later in another book, he is explained as he's doing pretty good fighting. He just needs to learn when to duck, I think it was. Anyway, we're getting there. It just seems like it's taking forever. So anyway, they're gonna go and Nate knows that he cannot fight the whole group by himself, so he goes and gets Brittany's little brother, or younger brother, I should say, younger brother. They're only like 2 years apart, so she's a junior, or no, I think she's a senior. Yeah, I want to say she's a senior too. Anyway, so they're about to, graduate from high school, and um, Nate gets Brittany's brother, Sam, and they head up to Banshee Hill, and uh, you'll have to find out whether Nate is gonna, I'll let you read the book to find out whether Nate's gonna triumph over evil or get his butt handed to him, as people say. Doesn't make any sense, because if you actually think of get your butt handed to you, it's like somebody plucked your butt off your body and handed it to you. I really overthink things. And how would you do that anyway? Doesn't make any sense. But people say stuff like that. And it's like, I understand what they mean, that they're about to get beat up, But if you take it at its actual literal words, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. So I put in at Domino's, and they had a less confusing application. The reason why I did that, um, for pizza delivery only. But the reason why I did that is because they're always saying, uh, let me find you a delivery driver. I don't know if that actually means that they don't have enough delivery drivers, or if it's like DoorDash where they actually have to find somebody, or if it was like just that they were out on a different delivery and they haven't come back yet. I don't know the details. But I was thinking they're always talking like they need help. So let's go for it. But they sent me yeah, we've seen your application. Okay. Thank you for applying. But it didn't sound, like I definitely got the job or anything. It's just stuff like it asks you if you have a valid driver's license, and I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I've got a valid driver's license. I got two different insurances because I'm on the insurance for the, I, I've got our driver, our insurance, and I've got the in-laws insurance. So we're like double covered. But like the one insurance only goes for the Ford and the other one goes for the Dodge. So, well, the Ram. It doesn't say Dodge anywhere on it. It just says Ram, which I think is weird because I thought it was a Dodge Ram, and then it just says Ram. It does, it doesn't say Dodge. Um, we got a Laramie, so, and I'm really confused, but it's a really nice truck, so. And it's got automatic, like if it starts raining, it's got automatic windshield wipers. That was something I was having problems with last week. Is I had to drive father-in-law to dialysis, and thank God Jesus had the wheel, kind of thing, because I could not see. Because like the window, it's got dirt on the outside and like dirt on the inside, and that dirt got swished around, but by the rain, but it went right to my viewing point. I'm short, so I I'm only 5'1.5", so I'm just wasn't tall enough to see over that point. Ugh, this is getting annoying. It's like I want to do this, it's just getting annoying. But if I like finish it, then I can put the stuff that I need for this project away. So that'll be a good thing. And if I happen to I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry, I really did. I forgot what I was saying. It just went right out of my head. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know that happens to a lot of people, but the thing is that it happens to me seemingly a lot more. And it is bugging me. And, like the doctor was not really worried about that. It's something that's bugging me. Like I'm sitting here trying to stream and I was saying something very important and then all of a sudden it just goes right out of my head. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm a little worried. Um, it feels like I'm being brainless or something. Like maybe my brain is oozing out of my head or something. I don't know. Coming up with weird stuff. Um, so yeah. I'm almost done with that book. I'm on okay, I have a problem on page 388, and then hopefully there'll be no other problems. Yeah. I'm hoping that's how. Ooh, excuse me. I'm hoping that's how it goes. Basically, the book is fine. It's the audio that's having the problem. So as soon as the audio doesn't have a problem anymore, I can go and fix it and it'll be all good. And then I'll be able to listen to it anytime I want. But there's one problem that I'm a little worried about. um, I said that Sean and Jesse or something like that, somebody like that, was a certain age, and I don't know. I thought I had it all figured out and ready to go, and then it kind of slipped out of my head, like a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, well, we're almost up to that one again, so that'll help. Oh, so I was watching The Voice, the one with Carrie Underwood and Lionel Richie and Luke Bryant. I'm not sure how to say his name. Um, like I do in the moment when I look at it, and when I look him up on the internet, but when I look him up on Google, uh, but then I don't know how to say it after that. I don't know. Okay, so how close are we? And because I was asking that, oh. Anyway, because I was asking that, um, oh, okay, we're not too far. Anyway, because I was asking that, uh, just a closer walk with thee popped into my head. It's a church song. But I can't remember the rest of the words. That's something that makes me sad because there's, some of those songs are like the ones that I really wanted to be able to sing. And I just don't remember the words. And then so you want to get a hymnal from your church, um, or at least copy songs out of it. And I don't know that my church exists anymore, let alone them having hymnals. Although I remember somebody said something about um, selling the hymnals at one point, which is kind of sad. They're one of those churches that has the screens, and all the songs are on a screen. I don't like that for my aunt's church because the screens are off on a weird edge, and I had to. I mean, a weird direction, not in a weird edge. Um, anyway, they're off in a weird direction, so it's like they had it set up for when everybody's face forward toward the thing, but then now they got the chairs at an angle and just doesn't work the same. Anyway, I was like super glad that I got to go to church with my aunt, so their church was doing a thing though, cuz like all the junior pastors, or at least um like one of them definitely wanted to be a pastor when he grows up, but some of the boys from, oh, I think there were some girls too. Anyway, some of the kids were doing a thing, and so it wasn't like a regular sermon. but it was still good. Of course, that was back in, what, April? I don't know. I would like to be able to go down there once a month. Hang out with family and but the thing is that one of the things I really wanted to be able to do and record it was I really wanted to be able to go to the Jelly Belly factory, and it's $8 for the tour. That used to be free. It's crazy. $8. And then it was more if you wanted to go to they call it the Jelly Belly Museum. So you go on the Jelly Belly tour and you find out how they make Jelly Bellies. And if you're lucky, if you were lucky when I was growing up, or no, when my daughter was little, actually. When my daughter was little, if you were lucky, there was a taffy guy. And they show you how to do the taffy. I think you have to be a strong person to make that, though. But, like, I guess taffy's not a big seller in California. Because, they stopped having that person there. Although, at one point, I think we're hearing rumors about the taffy person. Taffy, not toffee. I do not like toffee. I do like taffy. Although it's gotta be that good taffy. I really liked the saltwater taffy, but the problem is you don't like Laffy Taffy. I like Laffy Taffy. But anyway, um, I've had some taffy that was really bad, and then I've had some taffy that was really good. Anyway, I don't know if it's like just our Jelly Belly factory or if I'm gonna have to suffer with substandard uh, Jelly Bellies. Like maybe the Jelly Belly craze is over or something. I don't like the regular Jelly Bellies. Jelly beans. They're just sugar. But the Jelly Bellies, have good stuff in them. Or at least they taste like they have good stuff in them. Uh, Regular jelly beans just taste like they have sugar. They're not good. I do not want to know. Oh, that was probably him. I was going to say, I do not want to know what was behind me just now. But it was probably that cow over there. Okay. And when you're talking about animals on here, a lot of people say him, and technically they would all be a her. Of course, technically there's a whole bunch of them that would have been, um, I think it's asexual, where you don't have to have a boy and a girl. You can just have the one animal, and it makes the babies. Or 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 is that the one where like if there's five guy yeah, five guys and no girls, it switches over. I mean, they can switch over. I think that is so weird. Usually you got boys and girls, and then, there's some animals out there who could be yes. Yes, depending on what the need is. Okay, so yeah. Uh, well, okay, now that I've come up with the question, I'm assuming the answer is yes, but never assume. Because if I was on one of those houses and I was in survival mode, which I'm not, but if I was, see, I just had a feeling. But if I was on one of those houses and I decided to walk off the roof because I just assumed that it would be like on Looney Tunes where they walk off the cliff and don't realize that they're gonna fall until they do. I mean, until they look down. Then I'm probably gonna get hurt because. See? Wow. Oh, Ning. Okay. Now I have to go and after I'm done here, I have to go and make sure all of the poles have the little Frankenstein sticky outy thingies. I don't know what to call them. The the rung thing kind of reminds me of those bolts that are in Frankenstein's neck. Hmm. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm getting that job or not. It was $21 an hour and for 20 hours. So, okay. Anyway, 21 dollars an hour, which is what I was making at Walmart, and 20 hours. So, but I was really worried about driving in the greater Tahoe area during the winter. Oh, well, Tahoe and Truckee. Because my husband actually crashed a couple of our cars in Tahoe. Well, the Malibu, he was trying to come home from Tahoe. We had just moved to Carson. And then the other one, um, like my husband had always been coming home at 6 o'clock at that point because he didn't want to drive at night. And then all of a sudden it was like 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. And he wasn't home yet. And, and, I'm like totally frantic talking to um, the I want to say the 911 dispatcher. And I'm like, he's not home yet. And you sure there's no accidents? Something like that. And it turned out, yeah, he definitely, uh, he definitely uh, crashed it into the center divide on the way home because he hit black ice. My husband doesn't just naturally crash into things, but when black ice is involved, oh yeah. Um, anyway, he didn't mean to, but he killed our Saturn. Um, killed the Malibu. Basically any car that I've ever thought was really cool and I liked driving it, he has crashed it or not had the money to pay for the rest of it, so they went and stole it. I call it stealing because there is a process to these things. You're supposed to give paperwork that you're going to take the car back, in a repo. You're supposed to give paperwork. There is a whole episode called Repo Men demonstrating this in an episode of The Dukes of Hazzard. Now, that is fiction, but I'm sure that they did their homework and figured out what the rules would be for that episode. So, anyway, there's a whole episode about it. But yeah, like, I figured out that I really like the tough or tuft? Tough. Okay, I really like the tough. I don't know why I keep trying to call it tuft with a T at the end. But anyway, I really like this one, and I'm gonna end up putting it away in the bucket, but I mean chest. It's called a chest. I keep calling it a bucket. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna end up putting it away in the chest, but I really like these, especially for this kind of stuff. I can't think of anything else I would use it for, but so anyway, as soon as I can, I'm gonna finish this, and then I think I will be getting off for the day. Like I said, I want to work on my story. I want to work on Dreamlight Valley for my sister. I don't think I've done her Star Path yet. I was supposed to be getting the I was supposed to be getting the Star Path done, getting mining for red gems. That's what it was. Mining for red gems, and I never got that done. And I feel bad about that. And she probably will not get her Xbox set up anytime soon because they're still getting used to paycheck day and all that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to do okay. But it's just it was just on the two ends because I got everything else done. Okay. So, I write books and they are available on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. They ship everywhere that Amazon ships to, and they're available for free shipping on orders of $25 or more. For hardback, Pirate's Daughter. She's a daughter of pirates, so it's pirates with an apostrophe at the end of the word pirates. Because she's a daughter of pirates. That's something I learned in college. So anyway, Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, and Hard Times are $26 each. I'm gonna try to keep my novels at $26, but like if the price, like if I'm not gonna be able to get the amount of money that I want to get out of the book, I'm gonna have to raise it, and I'm hoping not. Esperanza's Party is 24, The Island is 25, and Lessons of Love is 27. And then my so far one and only children's book, Coral, which is a book about my cats and the rest of the family, is not available in hardback at this time. Coral is available in paperback for $6. All of the other ones are $20 each. And then for ebooks, Coral is $2.99. Pirate's Daughter and Esperanza's Party are $3.05 each. Okay, but then that is, and then all the others are $5 each. So if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. If you're watching me on, oh, never mind. I was gonna get all excited because I had a chatter. Now somebody trying to get me to buy viewers on Stream Boo, and I'm not going there. I don't buy or sell people. If you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe. We need 1,000 subscribers. Please help. Notification bell, because you might want to be notified next time I make a video. You know what? I think I'm going to turn those into cute little lanterns instead of what I have right there. I just don't like that. It looks nice when you're doing the redstone thing. But when it's just a sea lantern, it doesn't look right. It looks too big. But I don't like I don't like the little lantern thing. Anyway, and please get those quality watch hours up. I still don't know what that means. Does that mean that you have to watch the whole video? Do you have to watch a large amount of it? I really don't know. Oh, that might be a project we do soon. Maybe I'll do that while I'm working on my story, and then, you'll be surprised going, where is it? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to do today. I wanted to, fix the sizes of the buildings and the bar. The the store that we don't talk about on stream, and then the burger joint and the soda fountain. But we don't talk about that one on stream because it would be not a kid friendly kind of store. We got all the way over here and I have no idea what I need. Actually, I don't see that I need. Huh. What the heck? What the heck? I don't see it. Well, I guess we're gonna have to... Oh, maybe they're at the house. That could be a thing. They could be at the house. Uh... Well, let's go check. Wait a minute. What do we need? You know, this is probably something that I could just go and grab real quick and then uh we'll find lava and throw it in there later. Something like that, or create a lava pit or something. I don't know. Oh, anyway, we finally finished the parking lot and put in all the lights yesterday, and then today we put in all those up there. Oh, and the most important one. Please buy my books. So I did put in for 2 jobs so far. I put in for 2 jobs. One is Domino's to be a delivery driver. I don't know if I want contactless delivery or if I just want delivery. I don't mind talking to people most of the time, but I'm still slightly afraid that I'm gonna go up to that house that, like during Super Bowl. Like I'm gonna go up to that house and they've been, um, oh, I didn't do the sidewalk one. Oh, have to fix that later. Anyway, like they've been, watching football all day and, oh, did I take it out? Okay. Like they've been watching football all day and they're drunk, so they're not really, uh, you know, uh, in control of their senses and all that, and they grabbed the pizza girl. I think of all kinds of weird things. I grew up in California, so you know, there there was so many times where the news, said that this girl got kidnapped, and I'm like, I want to do whatever I can to make sure I'm not that girl. Okay, so that's not it. Yeah, it kind of doesn't look like the same. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so yeah, that store doesn't need to be that big. Um, and the only reason why they're that long is because the movie theater is. Okay. Oh, okay. So one of them is the pale white, and the other one is the pink. Did I maybe put that in here at all? See, and then there's way more bar to go. Yeah, okay, so we got that. We got that. That's where that went. And we have red windows for that building. Okay, so we have. Uh, why is there a double wall? Oh, there's not a double wall. Okay, that's where the wall is. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 2, 42. Okay. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like we need to make these smaller. I mean, we knew that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yeah. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Really? So if we took 5, 10, 15, 15 plus 17 is 20, 30, something. Okay. 20, 30 something. Oh, the door's over here though. Okay, so I said if we take 5 away, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that means that, and then yeah, I'm not entirely sure why, but after the white is in, we have black, and I think that's so we can figure out where the one is versus the other. So this is going to be the last thing that we do. Hopefully. This is about to be, this is about to be a little bit of a problem, because I said we were going to try and make a shorter video, and we didn't. Took too long. Okay, so yeah, and then we decided to put a black line to distinguish between the two. I know why. Because we were going to wire it for electricity, and then I didn't do it. And because back here Um, not that one. Oh no. Yeah. I put it away, didn't I? Yep. It'll have to do. We'll go and fix it later. And I put the stuff away. Oh, not everything. So now I need to go and get the chains again. Never mind, I have the chains. Okay. No! Right there. Okay. And then, well, I guess for now, I can do that. And then I'll be looking at it going, what was I thinking? Okay. So, yeah, I think I was going to, I think I was trying to put it to where in case I did want to make it the way I wanted to make it, that there'd be, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. I put it to where in case we wanted to build it with the redstone, we could. Okay, but right now, we need to take 5 out of here. Not just scoot it over 5, we need to take 5 out. You know, because this is all anybody's been seeing me stream lately. They don't come on at 8 o'clock in the morning and, you know, they don't come on at 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm streaming the other stuff. Because I stream 7 different games. You know, I mean, you know, like, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I will either be streaming Disneyland Adventures or Minecraft or Backgammon or Dreamlight Valley, GTA. You know, there's a whole bunch of different things that I stream. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36, 37. How about I go down to 35? It's an odd shape anyway. Well, okay, so we're at 42, and we took out 5. So we should be fine. And then we've got this one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay, we're good. This may take longer than I want it to. I'm only saying it that way because I may just give up. You know, if it gets to the third hour, I will definitely give up and continue it off stream. But if not, I mean, you would think that it wouldn't take that long, but it might. I don't know. I should be like, I feel like I should be the all-powerful guru or whatever, knowing, how long projects are going to take and all that stuff, but there's no way I could be, So there's just no way I could be. And I just did that, didn't I? Nope, I did it right. Wait. Oh! Okay. See, I knew there was going to be a problem. Yeah, because I was thinking I did something, and yeah, see, it starts over here, not starts over there. Okay, so there is the black line like I was hoping. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. In theory. Yeah, so that means that there should be enough to build that bar better when we get there. But the next building after the bar is not the bar. I mean, the next building after the burger joint here, or no, I think that's the burger joint. I don't know. One of them is a burger joint, and one of them is a soda fountain. And technically, in my head for the longest time, they were occupying the same building. Anyway, they're occupying the same building at the same time, and it just depended on which one you wanted access to at the time as to which one was there. I mean, it could have been one of those things where it's the burger joint one time and, like the... Oh, wait, no, that would be there. That would be there. Like it's a burger joint one, at this point, but then it's the, but they, it'd be better to say it this way, that the soda fountain was there, and then they branched out because they thought they should serve food too, that kind of thing. So then all of a sudden, a name change needed to be, and they were the burger joint, you know. And that is not some weird DRUG thing. It's just, saying what the name of the place is because when I was younger, you'd call a place that you're eating at a, a joint, which means a place in this case. But I don't know why people are calling it that. But that became the name uh, of the restaurant, and I was like, I don't know what to call it because it could be Burger King, it could be In-N-Out, it could be Mel's Diner, it could be Denny's, it could be whatever, uh, Burger King, McDonald's, it could be whatever burger place you want it to be. But in this case, it's um, you go up, you order your food. Maybe you have to wait for a little bit because it's not prepared yet. It's that kind of thing. Usually you have to wait for a little bit, and like maybe they bring the food out to you like they do at Dairy Queen. Um, I don't remember Dairy Queen doing that before. It was like, if they did do it, it was a special thing. Um, set up with that particular person. Oh, Pookies. Okay. Well, it wouldn't be that. I'm gonna set this, which is what we had a moment ago. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna set that up right there. And, and we'll put this one here and go get the other one. Oh, and then I gotta put something else. I gotta find something that I can put up real quick to... Well, I guess I could put that up real quick. I don't need signs very often, but... That! Okay. I don't need 16, I just need 1. So I think I'll pick the 1. There we go. I'll put that back there because that'll help. Yes, okay. Anyway, this is set up so, like, if we do get brave and put in real lights that turn on and off and stuff, we can do so. But I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to stick to sea lanterns. Because my world got corrupt one time, and I think it's because I had the... Oh, wait a minute. I think it's because I had both the well, let's put that up again. I think it's because I had both the fireworks and the regular lighting up of stuff uh, going at the same time. Okay, so I'm assuming that there's more. I mean, it could be that there is no more, but I'm assuming. No. Okay. And then I just had the weirdest song pop into my head. I want to say it's by Spice Girls. It's the one that goes, "If you want to be my lover," but I can't think of any of the other words. I was watching something on that the other day, and it was like, he was like naming off the ladies in the Spice Girls, and he didn't say Mel B at first, and I was like, what? You can't have the Spice Girls without Mel B because she's Scary Spice. Yeah. Um. So I was getting ready to be like, excuse you? You're saying it wrong. And then he said Mel B. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll leave it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, actually, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay. I don't know why, but when I put this in, I was like, there needs to be, something significant that is dividing these so you can tell what building's what. And I don't know why. I was having an attitude against it being the way it was for some reason. And it ended up that I put in those dividers and I kind of liked it. But now I'm thinking black isn't the color. I don't know. I'm just thinking black is not the color. Okay. So I do gotta take father-in-law to dialysis. And this is taking longer than I wanted it to. So maybe we ought to, um, maybe we ought to stop and, I don't know, like, stop stop the stream anyway. Oh, okay, yeah. Because I said I was going to stop the stream at 3 hours. It's a little over, but I guess I will see you in the next stream or video.